My name is Al Brown. I've been a chef, cookbook writer, TV host, mustard maker, and opportunist entrepreneur.
Sharing our flaming secrets, that was our tagline.
I've developed my brand to reflect my values, and I've proudly waved the flag of informality in all areas of my business.
There we go.
I want to know what makes New Zealand entrepreneurs tick, what makes them successful, and what success even means these days.
You get a little bit more license being a Kiwi, and it's quite refreshing. There's almost expectation to have that glint in your eye.
Along the way, I'm going to be getting stuck into creating a wine brand with Constellation Brands.
Let's just crack this open.
We're taking this one. We don't even need to taste it.
And shining a light on local charities that we'll be supporting with this project.
Two of your key species of fish in the Gulf are at crisis. If we don't do something, they could just collapse.
Pick up your rubbish.
Great industry, it's a team effort, so
work hard,
get the job done, but you know, great office, isn't it?
Awesome.
Great office indeed, Constellation Marlborough that is. I'm down here meeting Chief Winemaker Dave Edmonds to understand the basics of creating a field blend for Tipping Point.
Look at these, look at them.
Oh, I know, they're sun-kissed, aren't they?
Oh. We are making a field blend, which is such an exciting wine. Do you see that maybe the heart of that field blend could be Sauvignon Blanc?
It definitely brings that that nice line of acidity to the blend, but we're talking about other varieties like Chardonnay, Pinot Gris, Gewürztraminer, all being part of it and all bringing something
to the party.
To the party, absolutely. Yeah. Otherwise, they shouldn't be there.
I'm so excited about the field blend.
You should have seen the harvest operator's face when we told him he had to drive down through the Pinot Gris, go across the headland, into the Gewürztraminer, across another headland, into the Chardonnay, pop around to the Sauvignon Blanc. And we kind of put a number of different variations of that together in the back of a couple of trucks and brought those in and treated them separately. So we've got a wine here that has more, or has some Gewürz, and this truck and trailer had less. So this is kind of taking it from a different point of view, doing the blending in the field. I've still, left myself a little bit of wiggle room with those two field blends, and I'll be able to blend them on the table.
I mean, when I put that to my schnoz, I just went vanilla.
Yeah, and I think that's a part of the fermentation.
How does pear sound, mate?
Pear, absolutely, yeah, or every day. Yeah, no, I think it's pears, and that's a classic for me for Pinot Gris coming in.
Ticks a whole lot of boxes for a whole lot of people. Not trying to be too special, but just being a wine that, wow, that is simply delicious. I don't know why, I just love it, but it's kind of this crazy guy that's mixed it all up and created a really drinkable drop.
While I'm in the South Island, I thought I'd continue further south and drop into chat with my great friend Geoff Ross in Otago. He's a bit of a marketing pro. After building his brand 42 Below, Geoff went on to share his learnings with other New Zealand brands that have become household names. He's now the proud owner of Lake Hawea Station, New Zealand's first certified carbon zero farm, selling merino wool to overseas clients. So if anyone knows a thing or two about what people want, it's Geoff.
You're well known in business circles in New Zealand for 42 Below. You were working in an agency at that time, and so was did you walk around with a hip flask of vodka in your pocket? How did that all start?
We built a briefcase, a Perspex briefcase. You could see the 4 bottles of vodka in it, and then get on the street with a business card and get busy. I remember walking up and down streets, celebrating when I sold 1 bottle to a club.
There's a kind of a wink and a glint in your eye when you walk into a bar in New York with a clear box with 4 vodkas in it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not formality in play there. That is informality in play.
No.
Do you think that's a big part of New Zealand's, is that our ace card in the deck?
I think there's a real freshness to New Zealanders because we have this lovely informality, and you get a little bit more license being a Kiwi. There's a bit of intrigue.
And so that, you created a pretty cool brand. There are people that come up and tap you on the shoulder and say, what was your secret?
Look, I would say just start. That's the big one. There's no magic bullet. I often speak with young people who are starting out with an idea, and they're almost wanting kind of 30 minutes that will drive the success of the future. And I'm not that clever to be able to do that, And if I had have spoken to the smartest person in the world, I think when I was starting 42 Below, I don't think I would have got 30 minutes of genius either. There's just so many things.
What now is important that people should be thinking about that can add something to that?
The biggest thing that the world needs to do right now is lower its carbon footprint, right? Now, that's a need because we want to live in a healthy planet together, but it's also a business opportunity as we all look for lower carbon products. A business can actually be beneficial to the environment. We're 2.5 times carbon positive. So we're actually working to heal the planet at the same time as we think we're making really good quality natural fibre.
This isn't the first time that I've heard taking care of the environment or giving back to the community isn't just an obligation, but actually a business opportunity. I'm heading back up to Auckland to meet with Ian Burrows from the Hauraki Gulf Conservation Trust. Ian, how are you?
Hello, nice to meet you.
What a day.
Indeed, cracker.
The vision of the Trust is to protect, restore and enhance the environment in and around the Hauraki Gulf. They've been involved in countless projects from pest eradication to marine research and wetland restoration projects. It's a weird thing, isn't it? Because from a distance it looks shiny and sparkly and beautiful, but it's not, is it?
You've only got to stand anywhere in the Gulf on a very wet day and watch the sedimentation streaming off into the water. Particles of mud, heavy metals, chemicals that have been sprayed on land, cigarette butts. They wash down a Queen Street, come straight into the bottom of the Gulf. It swamps and covers seaweed, seagrass, so you lose your forest of the sea. You kind of immediately start to lose those populations. Fish breathe through the gills, they like clean water. They're sucking in water that's got microplastics, got micro mud in it. It's not doing them not a lot of good either. Snapper numbers are down at about 20% of what they were pre-humans arriving. Tarakihi, for example, are down at about 15%. So you're at a point where 2 of your key species of fish in the Gulf are at crisis. If we don't do something, they could just collapse.
What do we need to do to look after this?
To me, the most important points would be take less, put less into it, and pick up your rubbish. Well, but better still, don't drop your rubbish. And it's not just about protection, it's about regeneration. And if you can get the two going together, then we've got a chance.
Well, time to tackle our sparkling ocean bubbly, as this wine supports the Hauraki Gulf Conservation Trust. I'm heading back to Marlborough to try some bubbles with Dave.
We've got 2 wines here. They're both made from Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. So let's have a little go at this. Immediately you start to get what is known in winemaking circles as yeast autolysis.
Yes, is that slightly rank?
It's that nutty character coming through. Rank. You didn't mean to say rank, did you, Al?
No, I think it's just escaping.
Yeah, and that's because to produce a sparkling wine, it needs to undergo a second fermentation in the bottle.
2014 this was picked.
That's right.
So it's been down for...
About 5 years.
About 5 years. Ooh, it's beautiful.
I know, look at that bubble. Right, still work to do.
We're taking this one. We don't even need to taste it. It showed itself to us.
It sure did.
There you go. See? Isn't that fun? Okay, there's nothing rank about this.
I'm loving that aromatics. Over the 2014, I think this is showing through.
I have to agree with you, and I'm good at not agreeing. Thanks for an awesome day.
Yeah, no.
Really.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Cheers, Dave. Fantastic.
You don't have to do a marketing degree, you just got to go with your gut instinct, because 90% of the time it'll be right.
We don't pick any of these. If you see any green fruit.
Why do people gravitate towards this grape so much?
I guess it's that initial charm that Pinot has.